Welcome back to Have Haunted, the podcast where history hides in the shadows and the truth wears a ghostly face. I'm your host, Candy, and with me tonight is my special guest host and best friend, Raji Clark. Hello. And tonight we're stepping into a campus where every building has a story, and some of those stories never graduated. We're heading to Macomb, Illinois, which is about 45 minutes from my house, to the home of Western Illinois University. This is a place where textbooks might be filled with facts, but the halls, well, they carry whispers. Shocker. Over decades, the stories have piled up like layers of old paint. Students hearing voices in empty classrooms, doors slamming without wind, figures glimpsed in reflections but never in person. So grab your flashlight and your courage, because tonight we walk the haunted halls of WIU, Western Illinois University. Simpkins Hall started life as a lab school, its stairwells worn smooth by generations of students. Today, it houses the English and journalism departments. By day, it's a place of lectures and office hours. But when the sun drops behind those trees, it's a whole different story. Lights flicker for no reason, doors closed and locked corridors, and always, always the sound of an unseen typewriter clicking behind the door that no one can open.
And I have a student interview with a person named Lena, who was a senior journalism major. And she said that she was in Simpkins late working on a piece for a paper. Everyone else had left. Around 10 p.m. I heard typing fast, like someone was in a rush. I thought it was a professor, but the room was locked and dark. The sound just stopped when I got close. Then I heard a little girl laughing at me. I was on the third floor. There are no children in Simpkins.
Well, no, that's a crazy story. I'd be scared. I wonder if she was scared. I'll have to reach out to her now. The laughter has been heard by dozens over the years. No one knows her name. Some say she's harmless, but others say she's curious. But all agree the sound chills you in a way you don't forget. I mean, I wouldn't forget that.
No.
You hear someone typing and no one's there. What? Then there's Harold, a shadow figure, tall, thin, seen walking with ease, stride of a man who's done this 1,000 times. Whether a janitor or a graduate assistant, Harold never left. That's interesting. Bayless Hall. This is another hall. So Bayless Hall looms like a concrete sentinel. To most, it's just a dorm, but its walls are heavy with grief. 2 suicides are whispered about. One, a freshman who secretly gave birth in her room before ending her life.
So a former resident, Drew, said, I was coming back from a vending machine around 2 a.m. when I heard crying. At first, I thought it was a drunk student. The sound was faint, like it was coming from the vents. I stood there for maybe 10 seconds, then it just stopped. I never walked that hallway alone again. I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't either. I don't blame them. I'd be like, I'm out. See you later. You can have the hall. I'll go somewhere else. Others describe crying whispers, moans, and a cold that seeps into your bones in one particular corner of the building. Even skeptics agree Bayless feels like it's holding its breath. Yeah. Now, the Thompson Hall, room 931, is notorious to those who stayed there. Talk about knocking, not from the hallway door, but from inside the walls, steady and rhythmic and deliberate. Some shadows move where there shouldn't be any, darting from corner to corner, and more than one student has broken their lease early after nights that seem to come from the pillow beside them. Now that would freak me out. Like if you're by yourself and you're sleeping, it's like whispering sweet nothings in your ear.
Stop.
That's a no for me.
No.
Crazy. Tanner Hall now is sleek and modern, but in 1972, tragedy struck during a water fight on the 12th floor. A young man ran laughing toward an open elevator shaft, fell to his death. Why would you bang into an elevator shaft? Oh, wait a minute. Could be booze. It's always booze.
I mean, how is it the people of the Big Bang Theory never fall down the elevator shaft is beyond me. Ralph. was a maintenance worker in 1989. He said, I've worked in every dorm here. Tanner's the only one where I won't ride the elevator after dark. Too many nights I've heard running on the top floor, then nothing. Dead silence. Once I heard a scream. My partner heard it too. We didn't say a word, just left. That's right.
Yeah, I would have left too, and I would have asked to work at a different part of the school. That's scary though, when you have at your job and you have to clean all that. I couldn't imagine all the stories like the janitors have because they stay overnight to clean. I'm good. No
Yes.
thanks. Students report cold spots near elevators, doors opening when no one's inside, and the echo of running footsteps that never reach you. I couldn't imagine if you're by yourself and you hear people running at you, but there's nobody there. That would freak me out. So, Washington Hall, room 1217, holds one of BYU's strangest tales. After a bitter fight with her boyfriend, a student ended her life here. Her ghost is said to appear near the elevators. Sometimes she's visible, sometimes just a chill that brushes past you, but it's the phone calls that unsettle residents the most.
So Kelly, this is in 2016, in the Washington Hall said, my roommate and I were studying when a dorm phone rang. It was late, close to midnight. I picked up. There was static. Then a man's voice faint saying, please, I need to talk to her. I asked who. The line went dead.
Now, what would you do if that happened to you? Like if you were Kelly, what would you if you picked up the phone and then the line went dead? I mean, it could have been a prank call. I don't know, but that's
Right? If they call back again and you're like, I'm like, I'm done. I'm not answering the phone anymore. Maybe have to pack my bags and go home. Find a
yeah,
different, not haunted, something, because I'm not going to be annoyed.
right, right.
Sorry, my ghosts.
But I have a question with that. Like, okay, she is the one that died, right? But why is he calling? He should have already known that she died, right?
Yeah, it's
The story is kind of weird. I don't know if anybody knows anything about this particular story. Let me know. I want to get it straight, but
a
doesn't seem right in my mind. Like, why? I get it if she was calling looking for her boyfriend, not the other way. That I would see. That makes sense, but it's the other way around. I'm like,
correct.
it's crazy. So, paranormal investigators have left BYU with more than just stories. EVPs of laughter in Simpkins Hall when no one was inside, sudden temperature drops of 15 degrees in Bayless Hall stairwells, EMF spikes near Tenor Hall elevators in the exact same spot of the 1972 accident, and in Washington Hall, audio of a faint phone ringing in a building with no connected landlines. That's creepy. When there's no
Yeah.
way to ring the phone and it starts ringing and stuff. Mm-mm.
And why do you think campus hauntings are different?
Because colleges are in between spaces. People come and go. People arrive full of hope, anxiety, heartbreak, and pressure. Those emotions don't
Yes.
here, they cling. And sometimes tragedy cements them in place, which is true. And that's for any place, not just, WIU.
Wait, did you have a friend that had a story from WIU?
I did. She lived in Bayless, swore she heard a baby crying when no one else was there. She said didn't sound like a prank. It sounded desperate. Things aren't just ghost stories, they're human stories, but that's creepy. If there's no kids, it's college, there shouldn't be babies. And unless it's the girl who gave birth and then died or whatever, maybe that kid, I don't know if that kid's still alive, but that just creepy. Western Illinois University is more than just classrooms and dorms. It's a campus that remembers. From Simpkins' typewriter to Washington Hall's phone calls, each building has its own spirit, its own story. Some are tragic, some chilling, and all of them are unforgettable. And for those who are curious, WIU keeps an archive of paranormal reports. And every October, the Haunted Trail at Hornfield campus opens to the public, located in Macomb, Illinois at 985 China Road. Just make sure you stay on the path because on this campus, some stories aren't finished. It's the first time I've heard about the little haunted trail thing. I can't check it out because I'm having surgery, but that's kind of neat. I might have to check it out next year. So if you ever had your own ghosting encounter at WIU or anywhere else for that matter, please email me at halfhauntedpodcast@gmail.com. I like to feature your story in a future episode. You can find me on TikTok at Half Haunted Chronicles, YouTube at Half Haunted Podcast. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your lights on, and remember the dead aren't always done talking. Always stay haunted.
Woohoo!